It's the NBA. Welcome to our Sunday night broadcast here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines. It's East versus West here in Milwaukee. Bucks hope to put on a show for this home crowd. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies. They took the loss in this East versus West matchup during the regular season last year, dropping both games.
Yeah, and a bit of a revenge game for them as they were swept in the two-game season series from last year.
And, you know, they might not be in the same conference, but as with any top team, they want to show they can compete with the best teams out of conference, too.
We're always hearing the debate, who is the greatest of all time? Well, Clark, do you think passing Kareem's all-time scoring mark finally puts LeBron out in front?
Kevin, that in and of itself puts LeBron in rarefied air, no doubt. But when you're talking about the greatest player of all time, we all have our opinion. It's just so hard, I think, to effectively debate players across different eras. I just say there have been a ton of great players throughout the history of the game, and LeBron is certainly at the top of the list, no matter when he plays.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
On offense here are the Bucks. The hoop, and oh, he just jams it right over Jeremy Grant. Wow!
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdown.
Now, here's Bain. 6 to shoot. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Absolute heartbreak, Clark, for the Bucks last year in the postseason.
You're right, Kevin. It was a shocker to see the Bucks go down in the first round as the 1 seed. And Miami really handled them, too. Knocked them out of there in 5 games. The Heat played with a lot of energy, got contributions from a lot of different players, and key defensive stops with a balanced attack did Milwaukee in.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by LeBron James. Young drives in. For 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
3 misses to start the game. Still trying to break the seal on that hoop. 4 or 5 to start the game. That's their first miss.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Drills it from outside.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Middleton outside. At the top of the key, Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's LeBron. Up and in on the layup. James has got 6.
Set him up well there. Brook Lopez showing his vision and willingness as a passer.
Payne for 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
There's 1:54 left here in the first quarter. Outside for Jackson. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the first. Jackson with the screen. Young with no one around. Good on the three-point shot.
And that corner three isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work. And when you talk about Giannis's defense, he really has some unique attributes.
Boy, does he ever, Greg. I mean, you think about his length, his athleticism, his agility. He's a guy who can defend the ball and the screener almost at the same time because of that great length. So offenses sometimes go away from him in the pick and roll, which allows him to kind of play free safety on that back line as a rim protector.
6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Jackson. Payne for 3. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Milwaukee leading by 3. And that one's good out of Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his second basket of the game.
Super quick in transition. The Greek freak jumping down the throat of the defense with that speed.
And the rejection by Giannis. Giannis dunks it down.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Jackson has the open look. And again, Memphis no good. And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Yes, that goes in.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Here's Jackson, and there's the try, and the dunk by Jackson.
And a guy who can drive and finish with either hand. Jackson's tough to stop once he gets going downhill.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Bucks lead by 8, and the second quarter will get underway. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
You know, in the early going, they've been effective scoring in the mid-range, and if it's falling, I say stay with it.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
And you think of height as an advantage in basketball, but, Greg, the versatility at such a premium. Can you be too tall in today's NBA?
It's a valid question. The two biggest concerns for 7-footers are mobility and durability. To move the way they need to puts a lot of strain on those lower extremities. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Chris Middleton is a huge part of the Bucks' offensive attack. Giannis says we need him to be aggressive, taking over games. And asked whether down the stretch he needed to be the one to take over, Giannis says, nah, I trust this guy to death. If he wants the ball, he gets it. Simple as that. Kevin?
You're so right, David. The trust factor is definitely there. Hey, thanks for the report. Screen by Adams. In the corner, Kennard with it. Here he goes. Back to DiVincenzo. Shoots over Crowder. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Greg, for a franchise like Memphis, is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's hauled in by Adams.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Kennard's shot is off. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team foul. At the line for the Bucks.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with.
It's stolen by Adams. Lopez with the block. And Portis throws it down.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. You might as well just get out of the way when that's the case.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Lopez off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He is so tough to deal with inside. Lopez just too big and too skilled.
Portis the screen. Here's Middleton. No good off the back of the rim.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And the dunk by Lopez.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Pass to DiVincenzo. Memphis moving that ball around. Outside for Davis. There's the screen. Here's Adams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And Adams with the slam.
And that play is tailor-made for Adams. Not many guys set a better screen and then the quick roll off it to get the finish. Well, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Crowder, great positioning on the putback. And the Bucks lead by 15.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
Good on. Good D by Lopez. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Drains the three-pointer.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And Lopez throws it down.
Big man on the move. Lopez attacking the rim with some flair.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so it's Milwaukee with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action in just a minute. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Milwaukee leading by 18. And Greg, with the coaching changes in Milwaukee, where are they looking for improvement?
Oh, Kevin, they've been dominant in the regular season, but the playoffs require adjustments. That chess match is where they hope to improve.
And Young, here we go. And he banks in the layup. Young's got 5 points so far.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Beasley right side. There's Lopez with the three. A second chance effort. Here's Giannis. The rebound by Grant. The Grizzlies trailed by 18. Here's Smart. Young outside. Off target from three-point range.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Outside Jackson. Great tee that time from Giannis. Bucks leading by 20. Jackson trying to break free. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. He's got 18.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, D.A.?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, last season the NBA created newly designed trophies to honor the major player awards. Each is named after an NBA legend, including Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, John Havlicek, and George Mikan. And Kevin, while the honor itself will always matter most, having some hardware with a famous player name isn't hurting anybody's hopes. Back to you.
Oh, I agree, David. Thank you. Jackson from long range. Drops in the tray. Jackson's got 8.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone. And now the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Clark, LeBron did something most people thought would never be done.
I'm in that camp, Greg. I tell you, Kareem was my guy. He was my idol as I was growing up. I never thought his record would be surpassed. It just shows you how remarkable LeBron has been in his production, in preparation, in taking care of his body. And this guy is still going strong. That makes him the king.
Here's DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Giannis. And there's the lay-in. Giannis has got 20 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
And Frank Jackson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee making a switch here.
Substitution for your Bucks.
Now Kennard. He's got 8. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies team.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
And LeBron throws it down.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
Pass to Kennard. Davis sets a screen. Three-pointer. And another miss by Memphis.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
The Grizzlies with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Jones looking for an opening. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the third. On the wing, Jones. 5 on the clock. Kennard for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Kennard. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
Hammers the alley-oop through.
And ball goes up and Adams comes down. The anticipation skills, knows where to be to finish that play.
James outside. Over Jones. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bucks. His production has been flowing as he's tallied. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Looking at the Bucks, GA, they've made the playoffs every year since 2017.
And Kevin, as long as Giannis is at the helm, that streak should continue for a while. He's arguably the best player in the world. Guys want to play with this kid.
Young looking around. And he lays it straight in. Young's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Grizzlies.
Such a creative ball handler. Young has an ability to carve out room for himself with his dribble. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
It's Young on the wing. Fires for 3. Here's Adams on the wing. Bain. Here's Young. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. 9 points for Trae Young.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
An absolute insane display of dribbling from Antetokounmpo. I mean, you can't take this guy lightly when he's got the ball. Mad handles for a guy of any size, but 7 feet tall. Come on, man. That's ridiculous.
And the foul called on Antetokounmpo. That's foul number 2 for him. And Memphis making a change here. Young from outside buries it from 3-point range.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Giannis outside. Back to LeBron. The Grizzlies pull it in. They've got the Pistons ahead of them in their next game in Detroit. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. And it's Grant in the corner. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Outside, Bain. Pass to Jackson. The tray. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
To the inside. And Crowder leaves it in.
James continues to impress with his passing. I think that's his greatest attribute. Outstanding assist there.
Young, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. 17-point game. Kicks it out to Giannis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Giannis has got 14 points now in the second half.
Giannis always trying to impact the game at both ends, but really has become a workhorse on the offensive end.
And Young, here we go. There's Jackson with the three. Milwaukee leading by 19. Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Yep, that one goes. Antetokounmpo's got 28 points for the game.
No matter how aggressive the defense is, it is tough to stop the Greek Freak.
Hits it from three-point range.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Antetokounmpo. Count the basket. Giannis has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take them to 7 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Giannis.
Boy, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
And on the drive, Young can be so sudden, the defense barely gets a chance to react.
And here's Giannis. James with it. Clock at 6. Screen by Giannis. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable,